Hi, my name's Andrew Sheridan, and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be making a little variation on a classic, which is eggplant parmesan. For those of you who don't know, eggplant parm is breaded fried eggplant cutlets which are layered with cheese and sauce and then baked. It's a great dish, but the only problem is that once you've got that eggplant nice and crispy, you bake it in the sauce and it gets soggy. What I wanted to do is maintain the flavor of the original, but without losing that crispy texture. And to that end, I drew inspiration from that other sauce and cheese classic, the pizza. Let's get started. Now, first thing we have to do is bread the eggplant. My mom taught me a long time ago that in order to bread anything, you need to remember 3 letters, F-E-B, Feb. Flour, eggs, and bread. The flour gives the egg something to stick to. The eggs gives the bread something to stick to, and the breadcrumbs are kind of the end in and of themselves. You know, everybody loves breadcrumbs. So these eggplant cutlets are going to be kind of the crust of the pizza. It's not really a pizza because there's no dough. It's kind of like an Italian crostini. We're going to get these nice and crispy and fried. Make sure the oil's hot before you put it in there, or else they're going to soak instead of frying. All right, those are nice and thin, so they're only going to take about a minute on each side. And while those are cooking, let's talk pizza topping. Since we're using a classic like eggplant parm, I'm going for a tried and true topping combination, mushrooms and onions. Today I'm using red onions and cremini mushrooms, but anything you have lying around is going to work equally well. You want to make sure these cook on a high heat for a short amount of time, because we want the onions to be sort of al dente. We want them to have still a little bit of a bite to them once they're done. Pepper these up. Time to flip our eggplant. Oh yeah, look at this nice brown color. This is exactly what we're looking for. It's beautiful. All right, while these are cooking on the other side, I'd like to talk about the other pizza essentials, cheese and sauce. Now, today I'm going with Munster cheese because I like the big flavor it packs without all the saltiness of your typical mozzarella. And the sauce, I'm using out of the jar marinara. If you want to make your own pizza sauce from scratch, I support it though. Turn the broiler on high. And check our eggplant. All right, this looks done on both sides. We're going to pull it and just drain it really quickly on a plate lined with paper towels. That helps drain off a little bit of that excess oil. Once again, we don't want it to soak. Let's transfer these over to a baking sheet. No need to grease it. There's plenty of oil already on here. And we'll dress it up. Now, just like a real pizza, you don't want to drown these in sauce. You just want to put a little smear on. Smear a little marinara on each of the pieces. And load them up with cheese. Feel free to use as much or as little cheese as you want, but I'm a big fan of cheese personally. So I think a solid amount of the topping is in order. We'll pop these in the oven. And because Munster is such a great melting cheese, we're not going to want to leave these in here for more than about a minute. All right, and while they're in there, I want to talk to you about our secret ingredient today, fresh thyme. When most people think pizza, their minds jump right to basil, and for good reason. Basil is a classic Italian pizza topping, but since we're using a lot of earthy vegetables and mushrooms and eggplant, I wanted to go with something a little earthier to complement it. If you have sage or oregano lying around, that'll work equally well, but I have thyme on my hands, so that's what I'm going to use. All right, let's see if these are done. All right. This guy's just a little bit melted on top. Like I said, the high heat, these cook quickly. They should still have a little bit of snap to them. Want to transfer these over to our cutting board. add our toppings. Load them up with toppings if you'd like. I like a lot of mushroom, so I'm going with that. And sprinkle on a little bit of our fresh chopped thyme. A little bit goes a long way. With that, just have to slice and enjoy. We have our quick, easy eggplant parm mini pizzas. I hope you enjoyed yourself today. I'm Andrew Sheridan, and until next time, thanks for cooking with me. Mm-hmm.